is getting warmer on the Canadian National / Grand Trunk Western Holly subdivision, but meanwhile, Duke is finishing up his switching job in the HESR yard.
Man, I'm tired. I wonder when Billy and Bobby are going to pick me up. Oh hey Sammy, what are you doing here?
I came here to pick you up since Billy and Bobby won't.
Why is that?
Well, here's what happened earlier.
Hey Bob, wake up!
Oh, what do you want now? I'm trying to get some sleep here.
It's almost time to pick up Duke, sleepyhead.
Hey, I'm not a freaking sleepyhead. In fact, it was your fault that I woke up late because you kept me up all last night.
And how is that? We went to sleep at the same time last night, you dummy.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, will you two stop fighting? I'm trying to listen to a new Guns N' Roses album here.
Well, I'm sorry for interrupting, but Billy is just being a jerk.
Well, I don't mean to be a jerk. I was trying to let you know that we are supposed to be awake by now, sleepyhead.
For the last freaking time, I'm not a sleeping head.
Actually, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna go pick him up since you two are being immature. Hey, Mr. Harrison, is it okay if I go pick up Duke from the HESR yard instead? Because I don't think Billy and Bobby are gonna get it done.
Yeah, go ahead, that's fine. As long as it gets done, I don't really care. Now, if y'all excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and take a 30-minute power nap on my rocking chair. So y'all be quiet, alright? Alright, now to lay down and... now that hits the spot.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna finish listening to November Rain, and then I'll be on my way to pick up Duke.
Well dang, I knew Billy and Bobby didn't like each other, even though they're siblings. At the same time, I guess I'm not that surprised.
Yeah, me too. It's like as soon as they wake up, they start fighting over the most minimalistic things immediately. Now with all that said, let's go back to the roundhouse.
Alrighty, I'm ready.
Alrighty, we're here.
Sweet. Thanks for picking me up.
No problem, kiddo. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a manifest to take down near Holly, and I should be back soon. So you take it easy now and stay out of trouble, you got it?
Yeah, I will.
Oh hey John, what you up to?
Oh, nothing. Just decides to chill here for a bit since Larry wouldn't stop bothering me and say, where's Billy, Bobby, and Sammy?
Well, Sammy just left to pull some freight cars by the Holly, and I don't really know where Billy and Bobby went.
Hey kid, as far as I know, Billy and Bobby just got kicked out of the shed for today, since they wouldn't stop arguing over which railroad should wake up first, Grand Trunk Western or Central Vermont. And yeah, Mr. Harrison was taking a nap over there before, you know, he woke up and heard Billy and Bobby arguing, so I don't know when they're gonna return, but yeah, they went to another shed for today.
Ah, I see.
Well, go figure. At least they're not here to draw us into their troubles.
I agree.
Man, that was a bomb-ass nap.
Hey, watch your language. You're lucky that old Harrison is napping over there. Or else he would have heard you. And speaking of, don't make too much noise, or else you'll wake him up.
Hey, don't tell me how to live my freaking life, you mediocre sideline locomotive.
Hey, I'm not mediocre.
Well, you are what I say.
Well, if you really think that, you're probably a narcissist.
Oh, whatever. You aren't even my top problem anyway. It's this bozo over here who thinks that he can steal my paint job.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. How about you go take a hike and get your own paint job, you faker?
Well, geez. Fine. I'll get my own paint scheme, alright?
Hey, I better not hear any more conflicts over here. I already had to wake up and send Billy and Bobby to a different shed for today because they wouldn't stop fighting. Now, what is going on over here this time? I'm trying to write some documents in my office. Well, Mr. Harrison, Duke over here is an imposter. Barry, what have I told you about using the time machine to trap 2020? You know that year is dangerous and full of political disasters and weird video games. Like that stupid Among Us video game that you keep talking about. Like now. And I don't know if anyone's gonna question that we literally have a real working time machine, but still. Hey, I'm not quoting Among Us this time. I'm saying that Duke is impersonating my paint scheme.
Yeah, and he wouldn't shut up about it. So is it fine if I get a new paint job?
Well, I guess, even though it's a big change, but hell, I've been planning it for a while anyway. But one rule, it's gotta be associated with the current scheme that you have. Like, it's gotta be Canadian National or Grand Trunk Western related. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand. I'll get a different looking Canadian National paint scheme.
Well, alright, great. I'll call up the guys at the CN Repair Center and see if they have any open spots for you to overhaul you up and stuff.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Well, Duke, I got some great news for you. The people at the CN shop says that they're having a rather slow day today, and they can have you in to get painted. And plus, the insurance on the railroad will cover it. And so, if you're ready, you can head on down right now and they'll get started on you.
Sweet.
Well, great. That must be Duke coming on in. Keep going. There you are. That should be good. Well, welcome Driver and Duke to the CN Repair Shop. So, I heard that your boss called you down here saying that you need a new paint job. Is that right?
Yes, I do. What choices do I have?
Well, let's see. While I wait for this slow-ass computer to load up, because, you know, Windows 2.0, what an update, I'll let you choose what you want. But for now, I can verbally tell you what kind of options that you have. You can either go with the old standard black, white, and red CN paint scheme, or as of right now, we're experimenting with designs that we could use for Grand Trunk Western and some other CN locomotives. And I think it's a pretty exciting design for you. And I think we just gotta, this good design has been recently released for us for hopefully other certain, designated locomotives for us soon. And this paint scheme that I'm talking about involved us collaborating with Kansas City Southern, and they are letting us use their Gray Ghost paint scheme for certain Canadian National and Grand Trunk Western locomotives. You see, it's just basically their old gray and yellow Gray Ghost paint scheme that they use, but instead of having KCS lettering on the side, you'll have CN lettering on the side. Now, does that sound cool?
Yeah, now that sounds awesome. I'll take it.
Alrighty, great. We'll go ahead and get you primed up, and this should take about, I'd say a couple of weeks or longer to complete. So sit tight. I'm gonna go ahead and enter this into the database before we actually go.
Okay, let's do this.
me and my workers, let's say we screwed up. So, first of all, the reason why we had to knock you out during the process is because, you know what, let me just tell you the whole reason, this has came to be. I hope you like the changes, but let me explain. So yeah, the Kansas City Southern thing, it didn't work out with the current locomotive that you were at, because you were a GP40-3, where, the guys at Kansas City Southerns only want SD40-3s painted in that gray ghost scheme. So what we did is we took your shell and powertrain and moved it into a 6-axle system. So, I'm sorry for that little unexpected overhaul of yours. But yeah, other than that, the painting was a success, and it's currently done, so how do you like your new KCS gray ghost looking scheme there?
I love it. Sure, I'm probably going to miss my old sea and green scheme, but I think this scheme will pan out better for the railroad I work for.
Well, that's great to hear, and I hope that old that brand new 6-axle system works out greatly for you, since I bet you were so used to your 4-axle system, and hopefully it don't cause too many problems in the future. But anyways, I got a few more things before we'll go ahead and send you back to your shed. But first, just make sure to tell your boss about this, and he says that I gotta tell him that he's gotta re-enter everything in the database for you, since you're now a completely different locomotive, and also that you can't work for about a couple of more weeks because your engine has to be re-broken in, and your paint also has to dry a little bit more. And yes, we also changed your number from 7600 to 5939 and put Grand Trunk Western lettering underneath it, since that's your new identity due to your new scheme going into the current roster that you're in. Think you can do that? Think that makes sense to you?
Okay, I'll tell him that.
Alright, great. Now let's go ahead and send you back to your shed. But also, one last little small detail that I want to share with you real quick before, you discover it yourself. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope you enjoy your new scheme, but also your new horn and bell as well, because we also had to change out your horn and bell as well, due to the fact that your K5H that you currently had was a bit too weak, and your bell was pretty clogged up, so we had to clean that out. So we changed your horn from a K5H to Nathan's newest cast model of a P5. But thanks, man, for coming in. If you need anything else, just come on in, but give us a shout first. You got that?
Awesome. No problem. And thanks again for everything.
Get out my way at the shop. Duke, is that you? If so, man, you look different. How did it go?
Well, it went great. The guys had me painted into this new, yet experimental, KCS gray ghost looking scheme. And they also changed my number and horn. Check it out.
Oh, well, in that case, and also I noticed that you were gone for like almost a month, and I was wondering why, and I seen that new 6-axle system of yours, but it's alright. Like, they probably said that the insurance would cover it, and plus, I gotta edit your number and some other factors in the database because of this change, but hey, it looks good on you.
Thanks.
Oh, well, glad you're not impersonating me anymore, but now you're impersonating Kansas City Southern's gray ghost schemes? Wow, you're still a poser because of that. Barry, quit yelling. He's not impersonating anyone. Just because you're unique, that doesn't give you the right to yell at others who have common schemes. But yeah, if you all excuse me, I'm gonna write all this down for future reference. And also, Duke, you're gonna keep your current duties that you have as well, if you're wondering, because I wouldn't really see that much of a point to change your duties anyway. But yeah, time to write all these documents.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like this new scheme is beneficial for me after all.